Welcome in, everybody. We're here. It's another episode of Finding Value Fantasy High Score. We're going to be doing some Eliminator drafts, some BBM drafts. Very, very excited to jump in with you guys. Happy to be here. Going to probably hang out until the World Cup, basically. So, yeah, got a lot of fun plans. Should be very, very fun day. Let's do JT. Let's do James Cook. I've been kind of fading JT in a lot of the formats, and I'm gonna stick true to that in this format as well. I'm not saying I won't take him in the Eliminator, but I'm just gonna slightly prefer Cook in this case, just as I just don't feel good about JT. And I'm leaning towards almost a full fade. It's buy him when he's cheap, fade him when he's expensive. Kind of tempting to go that route on him. Had some audio issues a second ago. Refused to let the stream go on like that. Restarted this thing. Very annoying. I don't really understand why it keeps auto swapping. I do use my mic quite a bit, and it's silly that it auto swaps off your. I don't know. I'll have to figure that out maybe, but suppose I didn't select the right one this time. No worries. Let's do it's Walker, Hampton. I think Hampton or Walker makes the most sense here. Really no reason to take that extra variance and grab double same bye week. Let's do that. Get the early bye weeks out of the way, see what we can do. Also reached 100 subs. Very, very cool milestone. Obviously a lot of work to do, a lot of things we want to do, a lot of goals we want to reach, but it's cool to see triple digits. Definitely cool. Hoping to get next step 200. And then I'm hoping maybe end of this year, early next year, we can squeak our way up to 500. That'll be a pretty big jump, but I think this could be a big year for us if we can continue to do good in the Battle Royales, maybe have a good year at Bestball, provides best content we possibly can, and keep growing this thing. Be very, very cool to get to the next step and the next step and the next step. And I think we're capable of it. I'm excited to try it and put the effort out to try to keep improving this. So very, very much having a lot of fun doing these drafts. Better at just everything. Trying to get better at all. Always trying to get better. So we'll see if my contacts start bothering me and I got to take them out, but we will stick with this for now. We're just going to rock and roll. Starting Eliminator with 2 running backs, Kenneth Walker, James Cook. Still going on my strategy where I like to just try to take guys that I believe are not being juiced up the board artificially. Obviously, they're slightly higher than their normal ADP, but not by much. And that's kind of where I want to live in this these contests. I want to try to get the guys that are not too far pushed up the board. Pushed up slightly is okay, but not. I definitely don't want to be buying someone that's too high. Is pushed up a round or half a round early on. I think that is it's a dangerous game. So we're not gonna do Allen. Zay is usually all I'll pick here, but let's do Puka. Change it up a little bit. Get a guy I like personally quite a bit. My favorite team, and a good receiver I like a lot. So I would say I like him more as I like him more in general, more than I like him as a fantasy asset, because I think he's pretty pricey right now. But I wouldn't say I wouldn't. I'm not willing to take him. I think he's a fine pick at price right now. All right, let's take a look. Yeah, man. Burns in first. Yeah, Tommy had it, man. He just needed to finish off in a better way. All right, Mike Evans, Scatabo, Swift. We're going to go Wilson here. So we got Cook, Kenneth Walker, Puka, and Garrett Wilson to start this team off. Totally fine with that. Let's see what we got. Yeah, -1 for Tommy. Just not going to cut it, really. But we'll see what happens. Maybe he can get up there a little bit. special round tomorrow could definitely get there. Tootin goes, McLaurin goes. Do want to bring up something as well that happened yesterday. Pretty sick. All right. Yesterday I had a pretty nice hit on Pick'em, where what was it? It was here it is. 12 picks away is not right. Let me go do this pick first. Henderson's on the board. We got DJ Moore, got Carnell Tate, Roma Dunze, Brian Thomas. Yeah, I'll take Tate. Gravitating towards that. So I got this yesterday. I kind of just like picked it on my own. I did see Badge Bro. I don't know if Badge Bros touted him or not. I don't. I didn't watch the stream, but I did see Nez was talking about it on Twitter, so that was pretty cool. That he ended up hitting it as well. But I legit just like looked at strikeouts, and I'm not picking the top guy. That's pretty much, I'm not picking the guy that's predicted for the most strikeouts, because like, what do you win when you win? Not very much. Pick a guy, hey, he might get 6 strikeouts, or he gets his ceiling and he gets 10. So that was really cool to see that happen. I did not expect that, but I always like to do those free things, because like, you basically got like a 1 in 20 shot. I mean, that's pretty fun. Pollard, Warren, May, Marvin again. We like Marvin quite a bit. Let's do Marvin. Yeah, just insane. Like, why pick a guy that's high owned? There's really no point of it. So if you have a 1 in 20 shot, you could take one of the top, I don't know, top 7 options and just now pick the top 3, and you're putting yourself in a situation where if it works out, you can cash in a big way. Obviously, you got lucky. It's not the most likely outcome. The most likely outcome is like one of the top strikeout guys finishes with top strikeouts, but trying to win a good amount. Pick a guy that's 4th, 5th, or 6th, or 7th, or 8th, whatever, and just hope it turns out your way. And that's what happened. And yeah, I've been doing it. I mean, I've been like looking at the strikeout rate typically of like the team that they're playing, and I would just pick it, but I haven't gotten anywhere close. And then I hit it this night, so very fun. $5 into 14. But the whole thing is about the bonus that you get. You get a share of 100,000 for whoever else chose this golfer. Too many sports right now. Chose this pitcher, and yeah, ended up with a chop of I think 1,500. Chop of about 1,500, which is insane. And so that turned into like a free pick'ems. So we're gonna try to get some pick'ems to hit, and roll that into more BBMs, or maxing BBM, which are what we already planned on doing, and then doing all my eliminators, maybe doing some extra side contests, maybe just withdrawing some of it. We'll see what we do. But very, very cool stuff. Very cool promotion by Underdog, and very happy that I was able to pull one through. Should be fun in the pick'ems for the next couple, like almost probably the next couple weeks or month. We'll have a lot of pick'ems to do for free, so that's cool. So we got Cook, Walker, Puka, Wilson, Tate, Marvin. I'm not sure what I want to do. This tight end range is like kind of interesting to me when there is tight ends available. Looks like there's no one there, so not going to be picking a tight end. This is a good quarterback spot. if we feel up to that. Very good time to take a guy like Hurts at 82. Just like grabbing the value that falls to me. I'm totally down for that. Takes like Puka, like takes Baker probably off the board, but happy to get Hurts there. And if I get Lemon as like a consolation prize, I think I feel pretty good about that. Lemon as your 5th wide receiver on a team you have 2 running backs to start feels just fine to me. Could also do Herbert. Yeah, we're just doing Lemon. I think this is the jam here. We'll do Lemon. Ready for training camp. That's good. I didn't see that report, so that's good. Hurts, Lemon, wide receiver 5 on this team. We got 2 rookies, which is a little bit scary, but definitely a very balanced team so far. So I like what I'm putting together here. It's just like, how much can you lean on those first 2 running backs? And ideally, you just lean on them for a long time. Let them do their job, and then you can kind of pull some rabbits out of the hat when you get some lower end running backs that score you some points. It's 3 back from second for Fleetwood. I mean, very possible. Very possible. Definitely unfortunate. I would hope to see him jump the board a little bit, but definitely has a chance to win. So I guess that's cool. All right, Mahomes, Gainwell, Dart, go. Got a lot of people, 2 quarterbacks already. 1, 2, 3 up in the front. Just grabbing their second quarterback early. Probably the time to take my second as well, if someone's there. Not quite certain there will be someone here, though. Pearsall's good. We got Bo Nix. Definitely dodging week 10. Want Mason as a 3rd running back would be pretty good on this team. Pearsall's always fine. What do we think? Kyler, Stafford. I want to stack with Stafford right now, at least early. Brooks is there. All right, let me get Mason, bro. All right, cool. We get Mason at 105. Very good. Trying to get my Mason exposure up. Good time to get him there. Great 3rd running back to put on this team. Really kind of pieces it together. So have the extra little juice if Walker and Cook aren't getting there every week. I have another guy that feels pretty strong week to week. On an offense, I want to keep buying in on. Very into buying into the Vikings as like a super buy low opportunity on them. You could buy low on literally everyone on the team. Kyler, Jefferson, Hawkinson. Hawkinson being my least favorite of that group. Addison, the running backs. Tons of options. Probably off Jennings and Hawkinson personally, but maybe that's a leak in my game. All right, Brooks, Kyler. I mean, what's... Oh, okay. I was like, that's an auto pick? Matthew Golden at 11. There's not a lot here that I like. I think I'm just going to take Kyler. So we're going to go 3 anyways, so let's get Kyler here. I think a good pick just in general. And get an offense I feel comfortable with. Get a guy with rushing upside. Like killing 2 birds with 1 stone there. Shouts Cooper Myers. I'd like to get a little more Wandale in Eliminator, I think. Seems like a pretty just good Like, this guy is going to get targets type of pick. I think the Tate pick makes a lot of sense. Trying to buy in on a little more Cam Ward stock. Team that's pretty cheap overall, and getting exposure to those teams makes a lot of sense. It's like, how do you make a super team in Eliminator? I think there's a few different ways you could do it. You obviously just make a very balanced team, scoop a bunch of values. You can make that work by far. I think that's very, very viable. Or you can kind of do it in a different way, where you just end up with a ton of strong upside players, and you end up with like a undervalued team. Undervalued teams are like perfect, because you end up just getting a projectable score that is much, much better than it would be otherwise. And you're sitting there staring at, okay, I got Ridley and Helm and Wan'Dale Robinson, whatever you want to say. That feels really good. If that team ends up being a massive hit, you end up with a very big advantage on the field every week, because you're just getting a team that is almost as a whole undervalued. Because, like, hey, instead of Tennessee being the 20th best offense, they're the 12th, and that's like a big win for you. And realistically, it's probably like, oh, instead of them being the 25th, they're the 10th best offense, and that's a massive win for you if you're drafting a lot of the Titans. And it could also go wrong. That's the risk, is like you pick it and they go wrong, and then you wasted maybe 3 picks of your draft on something with like very, very, very little upside. Keaton, a guy I want to get more of, but I don't know if this is the team to do it. What else do I want more of that I've been looking at lately? T-Ferg, Pearsall, Goddard sitting up here. Get a full-on punt with Woody. Go Goddard here and get another stack with our quarterback. Don't really like anything that much. Yeah, I'm glad I pivoted very late to Ward. That actually was good. Wasn't really on my radar. Would have missed out if I didn't grab him there. I'm very, very happy I swapped to him there. Yeah, that feels good. We get Ward with Tate. Everyone's stacked up in some capacity. Yeah, I like this team quite a bit. I'm liking what we're cooking here. Hurts, Kyler Murray, Cam Ward, James Cook, Kenneth Walker, Jordan Mason, Puka, Garrett Wilson, Carnell Tate, Marvin Harrison, Mekhi Lemon, and Dalton Kincaid. This is a Eliminator team, and we are 12 rounds in. All right, I had to bring the glasses in just in case I end up needing them. I feel like I'm going to need them just with my eyes feeling a little dry. Still getting over my cold a little bit, but feeling a lot better I did than a few days ago. So we're getting there. We're getting there. We're working at it. Ty goes 147. Somewhat interested in him, but not going to get him. Trey Tucker goes. Goddard, we smash if we get him here. Cannot. Good time for Schultz, probably. Like a Schultz and Helm finish. Doesn't seem too bad. I think that's probably where I'm going. Let's get Schultz here. And Algiers available. Let's get Schultz first. We'll figure out the next one after that. Let's get Schultz going. That's the second tight end. Feels fine there. There goes Jennings. There goes Gadsden. I don't know. not a lot here. I mean, Kamara doesn't make any sense for this kind of team. I mean, I think he could help, but I don't know what kind of usable weeks I'm getting out of him. Take Bixie's always a fun pick here. Just kind of feels like a boom bust. Don't feel like I'm getting too much, but I think there's a role there for him to like ice games and score touchdowns that way. I think there's very live to do that. That's definitely the thesis you're hoping for if you're taking a lot of Bigsby. So he gets a little bit of extra juice, and then obviously, in case of any injury to Barkley, he's a smash. Let's go ahead and go Bigsby then. Let's go Bigsby next, and then let's think about what tight end. I mean, Helm is the clear answer if he's available. There's not a guarantee he will be. And then we figure out how we're going to allocate the rest of this lineup. We ended up getting 5 receivers in the top 100, which is pretty well recovered, I'd say, after starting double running back. I think quarterback's totally fine. Definitely don't need another one. Tight end, I would like another one. And I will get another one, whether that be Dulcich or Helm or Sadiq or whoever's available. I guess Hawk I would take if I had to. Even though I don't like him much, I'd be willing to take him on a team like this if I had back to that corner. And then we just I think we just layer on receivers after that. I don't really see anything else jumping off the page to me. Yeah, I don't see much in way of like, I need to grab these players now, or I think these are very good adds to my team. It's just not a lot there. Another Surratt team potentially. Okay, see what we end up with here. So what kind of builds we got? We got 3, 5, 6. No tight end. Punting tight end there in the 11 hole. 3, 4, 5, 2. 1, 4, 7, 2. He could get screwed at quarterback potentially. Got 5 guys with 3 quarterbacks so far. That wipes out about 15 quarterbacks. So 5 people have taken 15 quarterbacks. That does wipe out the pool pretty quick when there's only like 34 getting drafted-ish. And only 32 starters, of course. See that? I get that number on the dump. I mean, it's not that hard to get, but yeah, let's say. Yeah, on average, probably 34, 30, probably 31, 30. Yeah, 30-ish drafted every single room. We'll go Helm here. Hawkinson made some sense too, but we'll go Helm instead. I think I like that. Like I said, an opportunity of getting a cheaper offense. That Tate and Helm are undervalued because Titans are much better than expected. That is only in the realm of possibilities if you take a team that's just overall very cheap. Judy, Branch, Stribling on the board. There goes Judy. Problem with taking these receiver bullets is like really none of them feel none of them feel very comfortable, and I think that's probably normal, but it's just a little bit tilting because there's just not much here that I feel remotely good about. Let's go Bernard. I mean, sure. Go Bernard there. Are we stopping at running back? We can do a 3-4-8-3 or a 3-5-7-3. At receiver, we have a Puka, Wilson, Tate, Marvin, Lemon, Bernard. Definitely want to get a non-rookie guy on this team at this point. I guess we could take a Pat Bryant. Ooh, it does not get fun down here. Not get fun at all. It'll get more. There'll be more options as we get later. We're still early doors in the Eliminator right now, but it's pretty disgusting. I'll admit that. So maybe I will just take another running back because I feel a little bit more confident in it, and just go 3-5-7-3. Play for maybe a flex to be in my running back more often than receiver only. But I could just take 2 more dart throws and just see what happens. think I accomplish it with running back instead. I think that's probably the better play here. Just see what I can manage at running back. I'll gladly take Marshawn Lloyd here as well. And then we can take a pass at like Bateman or Surratt, I think is probably. Pat Bryant, I guess, is one of the better picks here in terms of feeling safe about them. Leaves me a little bit thin week 10, leave me with Wilson, Tate, Marvin, Bernard. Only 4, maybe 5 on week 10 if we go the Bryant route. I mean, I think he's just a good pick, so I'm probably just going to grab him first. Definitely need more help at running or receiver than running back. If I have to let Lloyd go by the wayside, I can live with that. There's other things I could do. So Singleton is a guy I kind of fell in love with early, but jumped off the gas. Don't want to be drafting a straight 0, but I do feel like he's just a classic bet on like a guy that had very, very high potential to show up in Pat Bryant in this one. A fair potential to like end up being a combine riser, and obviously gets hurt, has an injury, doesn't really get to show anything at the combine, tanks his draft capital, where it could have easily been the opposite, where he's healthy coming into the combine, shows off, ends up getting good draft capital, changes a lot. It's like one of those guys that could be discounted incorrectly just because of injury, and they might be a much better player than they actually seem to be. Tails on his time, players falling because of injury, end up much better than expected. Sean Tucker, blah, blah, blah. The list goes on. There's a lot of examples of players getting hurt and losing draft capital, ending up being just fine in the NFL. So that's kind of the bet you make with a guy like Singleton. On a team that's really wide open for running back points as well. I'd take Mike Washington or Lloyd here. So Katron, one of my other favorite picks I like here. He gets sniped by Lloyd sniped. Problem with Washington is it really feels like handcuffy, but I don't think he's an awful pick. Not a guy I pick a lot. I could go Singleton and just go fully balls to the walls on Tennessee. Let's go Mike Washington. There's no guarantee Genty's safe or healthy all season, so let's run this. Good Eliminator team here. We got let's get another one going as we wait. Okay, classic. Oh my goodness. Hold on, let me see if I can get this to work first. There you go. 4 people. We got Hurts, Kyler Murray, Ward, James Cook, Kenneth Walker, Jordan Mason, Tank Big D, Mike Washington, Nick Puka, Garrett Wilson, Carnell Tate, Marvin Harrison, Mekhi Lemon, Jeremy Bernard, Pat Bryant, and then we had Kincaid, Schultz, and Gunnar Helm at tight end. Okay. Not a lot to say about it other than I like it. I like the team in general. I think it was a good Eliminator, a solid Eliminator team. What's up, GAB? Good to see you. Appreciate you stopping in. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're ready to watch the World Cup here in about an hour and a half. Yeah, I'm going all the way to the World Cup here. I think I'm just going to draft for the next hour and a half, get another 3 drafts in probably, and we'll get sayonara after that. All right, let's keep on rolling along the way. Go. Okay. Take a look at the Splash Sports stuff. I'm wondering. I can't believe that game is like after the. I didn't even. For some reason, it escaped my mind that game is like a day after the other game. Man, what a not fun game that is. But I mean, it's playing for third place. I mean, there's something I guess to be had there, but it's just like, yeah, that's not a fun situation to be in. I'm really shocked that game is after the World Cup, though. That's kind of mind-boggling to me. Can't say for sure. You'd think they would want to play, just like I'd want to play a game either way, but I'm sure a lot of them are probably tapped out and they're ready to go back home and stuff like that. So probably I would say there's a good chance that one of them ends up sitting a lot of their starters and the other team might follow suit. I think last I saw England might sit a lot of people, but I'm not actually sure if that was accurate or not. All right, so we're looking at a little bit of that. We just hoping one of these running backs falls back to you, but they won't. So let's just take whatever's available, I guess. Really not much else to do other than just take top guy here. Could get McCaffrey for feeling a little frisky, but I don't think I do. I don't think I'm feeling frisky right now. I'm feeling just doing the Eliminator the old-fashioned way. So, I mean, CMC is like, yeah, he's fine for this, but probably better just to take my shot on getting the elite receiver option and seeing what we can do. Because if you look at that team from like last year, there's a Chase team, there's a team with early running back, and then the other team's a Puka team. So both had first-round receivers. 2 out of 3 had first-round receivers. Second one, or the other team had running back start, I believe. Puka, JSN. That offense is just such a weapon. There's definitely a chance for some like. I don't want it because I love JSN, but like there's definitely a chance that team doesn't go Burrow this year, and target share goes down a tiny bit, which could be a big difference in that team because they rely on their defense. But hopefully, like their defense gets a little bit worse. His target share is still awesome. He's still an absolute animal, and ends up being just fine at pick 5 or 6. But Puka just feels like he's really got that like CMC inevitability feeling, as where it's like, yeah, this guy's gonna get like 12 targets a game. Stafford's gonna pepper him. There's really nothing you can do about it, and that is a nice pick. Nice feeling to take that guy at pick 4. So we do have some Bowers, Puka in this so far. We do also have some AJ Brown Puka. Nico's there. Yeah, I definitely like. You do feel like you kind of take the short end of the stick here when you take the receiver at 3 or 4, and then you end up with like a teardrop at running back or receiver, whoever you decide to pick. That's why the tight ends tend to the Bowers kind of feels fun, unless one of these 3 running backs fall to you, which is unlikely but possible. All right, there we go. Feeling a lot better now. Yeah, promise content, we provide content. And it's not my best because obviously when you're feeling under the weather, you're not going to be at your best, but I hope I'm still doing a decent job. Just do Nico, and now that I feel like I'll feel better now that I'm dialed in. Nico, Puka, start here. Reese would be the guy I would be willing to take. And then if I don't get Brees, I think it's just another receiver. And we kick it down the can, kick the running back can down the way and just see what we can accomplish. Because it's just like I'm not touching these two with the builds that I'm trying to make right now. And I'm fine not having them on these builds because I'm gonna have them on regular teams. Occasionally, I'm just not gonna be taking them in this. Not gonna be taking them in the eliminator. Just full stop. Rashi Rice, Devonta Smith don't have a lot of combos of any of these guys apparently. Man. Yeah, I mean getting Rice in the third still feels pretty good just with the way they use him. I don't love it. I don't like taking Rice because I just don't think he's that good. But in fantasy, he is very good. And I need to come to grips with that. I can't be full fading a guy on the Chiefs on a team that I think is going to have a pretty good year. I can't be full fading that guy. I could be a little underweight, but and you know, take my exposure of Worthy and Kelsey and just kind of hope I can get there with that in Mahomes. Hopefully you can get there without Rice, but just full fading them seems foolish, especially when they're like probably slightly mispriced still. Because if he had no issues, which is not true right now, he's gotten into trouble, stuff like that. But like, if there was nothing ever happened at any point to him, he'd be like probably a 1-2 turn pick, really, or like a mid. He'd be like in the AJ Brown type of range. He wouldn't be in the third round. But it's kind of a lot of ambiguity, a lot of bad press for fair reason. You know, he's done part of it to himself, but definitely eventually takes a toll on ADP, and it's kind of been the situation with him here. I'll happily take Scatabo or Monty if they're available here, but I'm not gonna I'm not gonna force it. This feels good right now because I know I'm getting a guy I feel pretty good about as my fourth receiver, or Monty, I guess, in the fourth round. Okay, that would have been pretty nice, but I'm getting a guy I feel pretty confident in here, and I'm going to be very, very happy about whoever I end up getting. Who's Clever going to take? Fuck, man. Come on. I'm trying to get more Waddle, and I just can't seem to get him. Very frustrating. Sure. I think in a vacuum, I think I take McMillan over Evans, like, whenever. So, fine with that. Like Bucky here. Neighbors is very fun. Tuden is a great, just start your running back room in the 5th round. Catch up at running back. Start with Tuden. I think that's probably the preferred option. We'll see what else is available, though. So, yeah, we'll say, like, I do have the feeling of, like, just wanting to do running backs only early in the Eliminator, but when I make a team like this, it also makes me feel happy. So, a lot of cooks in the kitchen. I have a lot of thoughts about the Eliminator. So Lamar's there. Let's go Tuden. Just easy pick there. Get Tuden. Get a guy. Could be a massive breakout. Not really much different price. Like, that's the main thing, is this guy's not being overdrafted compared to his normal price. Let's just take his normal price. I'm guessing it's like 54 or 55 if I were to guess off the top of my head, but I don't know for sure. Yeah, he goes 56 in regular contest and 52 in this, which it always makes sense because like Natutin doesn't feel like a safe pick, but he is a fun pick. And then you get a guy like Javante feels like the safest pick on the board. He's picked 36 in regular, and he's picked, where does he hit this? Like 28 or something. 26. So that's what I'm talking about. Like 10 big gap from Javante at 36 in regular contest to 26 in this contest. Is that right? I don't think so. Especially when you compare it to like Tootin, a cheaper pick. He's 4 picks later. It's like 4 picks earlier. It's like, why if Tootin is so much more risky of a bet than like maybe it's that worth it? Is it really worth that much of a difference? Like he's only 4 picks less. I just think there's some inefficiency there in some capacity, and I want to attack it in a big way. You can agree with it or don't agree with it, but I think there's definitely some inefficiency in the way that's kind of behaving. Where like someone feels like, oh, this is super safe, so I'm going to take them. I feel really comfortable doing this, and that. I don't know if that is the correct way to think about it. So Marvin goes, unfortunate. 4 quarterbacks that don't have any stacking available coming up next. Not a lot here I like. I like Rome, I think, if I can get him, because there's really not much else I like in this spot. Warren seems okay. Don't really like taking Warren. Crap. Let's go DK Metcalf instead. So now we probably pretty comfortable going 6 receivers deep. Get like a Josh Downs or Jaden Reed to close this thing out, and then we get our running backs figured out. Yeah, you can get me to do some crazy stuff, but I'm sticking to my guns on some of this stuff. And what's Warren's price difference? I mean, Warren had 65 ADP in regular contest. He's 73, so that's another 8-pick gap. And I truthfully think it gets wider. Like people will continue to push those guys up the board. And when we're talking in like later on, these guys could be over a round ahead of their ADP just because of the format of the contest. And maybe that's correct. Maybe that's the sharp breadth of the field, but I think that is an opportunity in itself for us to take advantage. So Hertz is there again. Not a lot, once again, that I like at all. We could do Tyson to just stop it there. Getting Tyson as my 6th receiver on the team, I think is pretty fun. Because like this feels like just automatic. Like I'm getting 4 out of this group every week with health. We'll obviously need to make it work, figure it out on week 5, what we're going to get our points from. And Puka, Nico, I think we'll be okay with that. But it's intriguing, to say the least, to kind of see how we go about this. But we're definitely done at receiver. If we get any more, we're really doing a disservice to our team, hurting our team in the long run. So we're going to try to turn that button off. Mahomes, Stafford, great. We always go Rodgers late. We have lots of quarterback options. Lots and lots of quarterback options. Nico, or Stroud, Nico, Shuck. I mean, the quarterback options, we have 6 options straight down the board. So that's a really good spot to be in. Happy with Dobbins, happy with Harvey, happy with Corum, happy with Monungai. Rashawn White, I guess, does feel like another guy that's juiced up a little too much. Yeah, it's very good running back range. Going to try to grab 2 in this little pocket of this next pick. And see what we can do after that. So how do we want to do this? We could do 2 eliminators, 2 BBMs. If everything takes 30 minutes, it's probably the play. Let's do two eliminators, 2 BBMs again. Aloha, what's up? Hello, hello, aloha, aloha. How's it? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. Let's see what we got. Manungai, Rashad White. Let's do. Let's get Mahomes first. I know I need running back, but I'm gonna get somebody here. And I'd like to get Mahomes on this team, really. So let's do that. Let's see what we got here. All right, that's some more musical ideas. So I mean, yeah, I know I need I need running back, but I also don't want to. Because if you get dusted at quarterback, you're pretty much just dead. Like straight up, you just lost immediately. Like I could try to make running back work, which I'm already kind of trying to piecemeal it together. But you could really be done at quarterback if you F around and find out you're gonna be paying the price big time. So only 1 week 5 bye overlap for quarterback. Gonna avoid Bryce Young. Happy to do that. There we go. We got rewarded. Let's get Manungai right back on this team. The problem is I'm not gonna get Brooks or Mason. In a perfect world, I would, but probably not gonna happen. So I'll probably get Shuck next. Maybe there's a world we get another quarterback I like, but probably not gonna get much. So. Got two Manungai, totally fine. Could have took him in either direction, probably. Maybe Mahomes would have get sniped for me, but there's really no guarantee of that happening. So that I'm okay with pushing around. Struggling with what music I want to play here now. It's fine. All right. Baker Mayfield goes. Corey Krosky Merritt and Jonathan Brooks goes. Jacoby Myers goes. Jordan Love goes. Tracy. Okay, we're done at receivers, so we don't even need to touch that button again. Like Willis is fine. Damn it! Damn it! That would have been so sick. I would have sprinted to the podium for Jordan Mason. All right, don't punish me twice. Come on, give me a break. All right, cool. We get Stafford. That's great. That's awesome. So we get Mahomes, Stafford. Stafford falls back to some 120. That's fantastic. Definitely, like I said, we miss out on a running back tier that's pretty strong, but not gonna cry about it. We're gonna make it work. Probably a 3-7-6-2 team as it stands right now. Because I want to get the 7th running back. I think that's going to be beneficial to me. I'm just have to play it fast and lose at tight end and just try to get something that works. Not my favorite way to play it, but I think I'm going to punt tight end here, and I think that's a fine sacrifice in this kind of room. Definitely not a Kittle type team. Kelsey goes. It's like we just want to get guys that feel like decent volume. Like a Schultz Kincaid seems pretty good. Andrews is pretty gross, but not awful. Let's see what he takes. All right, so I think I really like this. Give me C-Rod. I like when you're trying to catch up at running back. I really enjoy the idea of just going doubling it up. I love doubling it up at running back. Just get two pieces of the backfield that feel like you're definitely getting the starter, and maybe you're getting two valuable pieces with those two. Maybe you're getting the 1A and 1B. Maybe you're just getting the straight handcuff. Either way, like however you slice it, it could work out in your favor in Eliminator for sure. But there's definitely a world where they both have usable weeks and they ping pong in some way, and it's like really, really sharp to have both of them on your team. And it's not like you're overpaying for it. I still think if you're taking like a first round pick and you handcuff them, probably not great, because you really are like, you're almost betting on like, oh, I'm picking this 18th round pick because I hope at some point my first round pick is gone. Whereas like, I'd rather just have my first round pick and then also have an 18th round pick that's a handcuff for another first round pick that I don't have. Hopefully that makes sense. That was a lot of talking, but I think it makes sense. Stroud's pretty good here. We definitely, that's another thing. We don't have to go, we could go 2 quarterbacks, 3 tight ends, and then 7 running backs. That's another route we could go. Probably not my preferred route, but definitely a route we can experiment with at least. That's tempting though. It really is tempting to try. Or we just go all the way crazy and go like a 2-8-6-2. I don't think I want to do that though. All right, Clever on the board again. Is he gonna snipe me? Snipe me on Waddle. Is he gonna snipe me again? Kincaid, so he does snipe me. Stroud. Oof. Oof. Let's go Hunter Henry. Get my first tight end. Don't want to get blocked out of tight end either. Can get Schultz up 165. I think I'm just going to go. I mean, the problem with Mahomes is a little bit scary because you end up playing the risk of like, what if Mahomes doesn't play week 1 and then you're sitting on a 1 quarterback build for maybe 3 weeks, maybe 2 weeks, maybe 4. That's maybe 5 if they just leave him out to the bye. That's pretty terrifying. I don't think that'll be the case. I think there's a pretty good chance he plays like week 1 or 2 at worst. So maybe we will get our 3rd quarterback. We also have Rodgers back here next. So as long as we get one of like Rodgers or Stroud, I could go my 3rd quarterback. Maybe that's not sharp. I don't know. It's hard to say. So the problem is I'm going to miss out on Dalton probably if I decide to go with the quarterback here. Definitely playing on thin ice here. Stroud goes. We will go Keaton. We'll go Tajay. And we'll see what we can get next. It puts me in an awkward spot. I wanted to go 2 tight ends, and it's getting harder and harder to justify that now. So I think I'm going to rock with it still. Just try to make running back work and just rock 2 tight ends and kind of just play punt tight end. Hope it works out. Dulcich maybe is the better pick just to have the probably a slightly bigger upside case than Schultz. I think that's fair to say that Schultz probably has less upside than Dulcich right now at this point in their careers. Schultz is more safe. Schultz has a better floor by far, but Dulcich kind of has a little bit of ceiling upside. New quarterback. There's a world there where it works out pretty well. It could be one of the like a very high target share guy too. Okay. We'll put it this way: if we can get Rodgers, we'll take him. Otherwise, we'll probably just stop at 2 quarterbacks and just kind of play it fast and loose there. And then we could tack a third tight end on instead of the third quarterback. There's just no reason to go double on this one because I do need the running back help. And receiver has been done since round like 7, so we're done touching receiver. Okay. I like what we're cooking here. Alvin Kamara goes. Pacheco's not a guy I've been interested at all. I just don't really, I don't know. I'm very, very much not convinced he's like the running back 2. But if he is the clear running back 2, there's probably value there. But like, I just feel like they're just like, yeah, Gibbs, we're going to use Gibbs because Gibbs gives us the best chance to win games. We're going to use the crap out of Gibbs. And whatever else happens after that. Like whoever else gets touches. That does leave the opportunity for Gibbs to go down at any point. Maybe Pacheco is just an absolute nuke there. But I would probably say they're more likely, like if Pacheco goes down, he's obviously a valuable piece to have and you probably would want him. But I think there's a very fair chance. Let's go Rodgers. I wanted to get the third quarterback anyways. I think there's a very, 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 very fair chance that if Gibbs goes down, they just throw the ball a lot more and they don't actually like use Pacheco more or anything like that. I think there's a very good chance they just use a shit ton of more Laporta, more JMO, more Amon-Ra targets, more Tesla targets. Like it's just like, yeah, we're gonna just throw to other guys. We have enough weapons. We don't need to use Pacheco. Probably the best. Like there's only one ball, and Pacheco is not really the best option in a lot of those situations. I feel like they're just gonna not use him. Boy, is this tough. We do get Schultz to come back to us, but we're gonna go Greg Dulcich still. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, the riskier pick is Dulcich, but I do think there's more upside there, and I want to take him. On a team where I'm just going 2, I want to have the swing. Maybe it's bad. Maybe it's bad process. Like, hey, you just need, like, I'm picking 2, just get 6 points a week, and that's what I need. If that's what I felt, I would just take Schultz, but I kind of want the upside to, like, hey, give me, and not that Schultz can't score 20, but, like, let me get those options where, like, Greg Dulcich is, like, a top 10 tight end. Those outcomes are thin, but if they come through, then we're really cooking on this team. So, all right, let's see what running backs we can get now. We've got Tootin, Manungai, Chris Rodriguez, and Tyjae Spears on this team. Marshawn Lloyd, we want Kaytron Allen. Maybe we could do Singleton. I guess Singleton makes a little more sense on this team. Just kind of jump the Tyjae and just say like, hey, no, anything but Pollard, and we can profit here. Braylon Allen, a guy that makes some sense here. Probably need to take a little bit more of him. Yeah, we'll go that way first and get like a Braylon Allen type. 3 running backs to end this draft. Starting off with Mahomes, Stafford, Rodgers. We got Bichel, Tootin, Manungai, Chris Rodriguez, Tyjae Spears, Puka Nacua, Nico Collins, Rashee Rice, T-Mac, DK Metcalf, Jordan Tyson, and then Dulcich and Henry. at tight end. This is an eliminator team. We're going to stop at 2 tight ends here and play it very loose at tight end. And we're going to make sure we catch up at running back with volume. So Braylon or B-Rob here for the next pick. Ray Davis goes. I think I want Braylon here. That's my first choice. So we'll grab Braylon first. By week 13, that allows me to, that's kind of nice. I did skirt Brian Robinson because I do want Lloyd, and that's a week 11 bye. Maybe able to skirt that. I think Singleton could be a fun other guy, but also feels like I'm kind of wasting a pick because he's going to be pretty much useless till late. Lloyd goes. That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. I guess open the door for Holani. Has a role on this kind of team for sure as your RB build. I'd take him here. Just kind of have something early on in the season, especially if Price doesn't work out or Charbonnet takes longer to get back. There's definitely some opportunities there for Holani to take advantage of that. Tony Williams here. I think I just take Cam Black after that because I like the upside of that pick a lot. Singleton also makes sense. I've already made a bet on the Tennessee backfield. Katron is like a pick I like, but I also want to avoid week 7 bye. What does this guy need? Take Tua. Sure. All right, we'll go Holani. Holani definitely serves a purpose on this type of team. We're making an early season bet. We need early season points. Holani makes all the sense in the world for that. And yeah. That is when I think the Holani thesis makes sense early, and that is what I need on this team. He could really save this team. Like, oh, Charbonnet's out for 4 weeks. I got Holani getting me 12 points, 13 points in week 1 through 3, and allowing my other team to kind of get going. Or the rest of my running back room. Don't mind it. All right, we're on 1 hour and 3 minutes. Good timing. We're going to do 2 BBMs after this. So stay tuned to that as well. Largos. 4 tight ends over here for A Hunter. Let's see what he's got. He's got very heavy quarterback early. Oof. God, that makes me sick to my stomach. Okay, yeah, that is he auto picking? I hate this team. Yeah, I do not like this team at all. Wow. QJ is wide receiver 2. So like 1 of Pittman, Tucker, Flournoy, Bernard. 2 of QJ, Pittman, Tucker, Flournoy, Bernard have to hit his lineup every single week. Wow. Wow, let's go Kalen Black. I like the upside swing there. Let's just do that. So we have Mahomes, Stafford, Rodgers, Tootin, Manungai, Chris Rodriguez, Tyjae Spears, Braylon Allen, George Holani, Kalen Black, Puka, Nico, Rice, T-Mac, DK Metcalf, Tyson, and then Dulcich and Henry. No wonder my tight end sucks. That guy took all the good ones. I like this team. Punting tight end eliminator is always something I'm willing to do. I like the team quite a bit. All right. BBM number 60 coming up right here. BBM number 60. Very exciting stuff. I just think like in Eliminator is another story, but like taking 4 tight ends with Bowers / McBride / Loveland Warren just feels so wrong to me. Just roster spots are so valuable, and I feel like it's really just not optimal in any way, shape, or form to be doing that with McBride. You want to take 3 with McBride, whatever, do your thing. I won't be doing that very often, if at all. Especially in Eliminator. Just those roster spots are so important, and I just think like, I don't know. Like, he's gonna win tight end every week. That's not a question, but like, you winning tight end at the sacrifice of like having bad running backs or bad, in his case, bad receivers, I think that's probably a mistake. With their case. Yeah, that's just me though. I don't, I'm not an Eliminator master, but I do feel like there's some evidence of what's good and bad, and I think there's that cannot be very good for tight ends with McBride. In most scenarios, it's not going to be great. All right, let's get another Gibbs team. How about that? Would that be cool? Let's get another Gibbs share right now. Damn it! Not even close to a Gibbs share. It's fine. Well, on the bright side, we're getting like another JSN team or something, or not JSN, JJ team. Most likely, we might get stuck with JT. Hopefully not. I'll tell you what, if JT's there at 10, I'll take him. I'll take whoever, whatever of these players happen to be on the board, I will take. And I assume it'll be one person's name, and I'll just take whoever that name is, and I'll live with it. Maybe I'll get a lower owned guy that I don't have as much of, JT. Maybe I'll get CMC, or I'll just get another share of Lamb or JJ for my portfolio. All right, now we're doing BBMs. Change that ticker. We are doing BBMs now. At least 2. And then we're getting out of here to watch the World Cup. We have an hour, so we probably want to start this one a little bit before, because I actually don't want to miss like any of the World Cup. So I'm sure a lot of you guys don't either. So plan is to start this a little bit before the end of this one, to start the next one before this one ends, so I can get the 4th draft in, while also not missing like not too many minutes of the World Cup. Okay, I knew I was tripping because the World Cup is not at 4. It's the freaking 3rd place game. Jeez Louise. Because I checked the schedule and I just saw that game, and for some reason I just didn't register what game that was. I'm stupid. I was saying earlier, I was like, oh, I don't know why they do that game before or after. It's not. I'm just an idiot. We're gonna do JJ here. So there's no, I don't care about the 3rd place game, quite frankly. I'll probably watch some of it, but like I don't care about it. It makes sense. Yeah, 3rd place game should be before the I don't know why I got confused. I think I just saw France and I just assumed they were in, and I know obviously for a fact they're not in the finals. I was watching the France-Spain game when they lost 2-0. Oh boy, that's bad. That was bad. I mean, who cares? It's not anything important, but that was a brutal slip up there. Hampton. I don't have a JJ AJ team, and I would like to have one, so we're gonna do that. Let's just do a 0 RB team. I'm done fucking around, dude. Give me a 0 RB team. Tired of it. I don't need to have freaking 3 running backs through the first 7 rounds, through the first 5 rounds. Just give me my beautiful receiver start, and I'm gonna be happy. I mean, give me 5. Like, give me 5 receivers and let me stop. Like, I'm doing it. I'm done following big running back. I want a lot of receivers. This is a Waddle pick at 39, I guess. I mean, I will take him, so I like Waddle. Probably take him at 39. Yeah. At least I'll get him. Feel pretty confident about that, at least. So goes Jeremiah Love, Nico. I see a lot of yellow off the board, and then I'll be sad once I get to whatever I get to pick. So I did the key of having 5 receivers is just try to not overlap a buy in any way. If you're going to do that. I did it last year. I've done it this year, I think, a couple times, but the only way I do 5 is if I start with 5, pretty much either 5 of the first 6 or 5 of the first 5. That's the only way I do 5 straight, or stop at 5. Gibbs London, that's nice. So you got that because there was a couple of road picks, like this dummy picking AJ Brown at 15. Yeah, that's nice. Wow. Gibbs, London, Brees is pretty sick. Jeremiah Love went up. Price went up. Yeah, it's Rice and Love went up in price, or went earlier than expected. Okay. We like Puka here. We like Lad. Okay. We have options. We have options for sure. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. Got a lot of big goals we're trying to hit over the next season plus, and yeah, trying to make this thing, growing this thing from the ground up, from a bare bone bottom community, from like bare bones community with no one here, to just building it up slowly but surely, and building that from the ground up feels good. It feels rewarding. It's very, very hard to do. I have a lot to work on, a lot to improve on to continue that process, but it is very, very fun, and I'm thankful to be grinding out. So yeah, let's go McBride. I mean, shit, McBride at almost the 4th round. I'm gonna take that. But yeah, we built something. It's small, but we built something already, and I think there's more to build on. I can keep improving at this stuff, be a better player, be a better streamer. I think I have the strategy down in a lot of different ways. There's still more to learn. I want to continue to do good. I want to have a really good year this year, hopefully, in VR and Bestball and stuff. So definitely a lot of fun to be had, and I'm very, very thankful for being able to do this kind of stuff, and having the ability to be able to play these fun games on Underdog. Just, you know, no reason to take it seriously. You should try to do your best, have fun with it, but like, we're playing a game, we're having a good time, we're trying to win some money. This is what it's all about. Enjoy it. At least try to. Waddle, fantastic. JJ, AJ, Jalen Waddle, McBride. Now this is what I like to start a team at. This is very fun. Very, very, very fun. And that's a baller team to start with. I don't know when McBride will stop falling. He's got to stop at some point. Otherwise, he just becomes a super massive value. But yeah. It's like if you push Bowers to the late 2nd, I'm going to take him. You push McBride to the late 3rd, I'm going to take him. You push Lamar to the 6th, I'm going to take him. Like, it's just, these things are written in the stone that I will do. I will do these things. I'm very simple. You allow me to draft these players at certain picks, I will pick them. I'll click the button on them. But fun start so far. Nice to get a fun start going. Bucky, definitely a guy that could be a nice salve at pick 60-ish. Same with Tootin. Very used to starting teams with him as my first running back. We got Tate up in here. We got Watson. Any of these top 4 are probably going to be gone, but definitely prefer if we end up getting to them. DJ Moore, I don't like taking very often. Yeah, I knew the World Cup was Sunday. I don't know why I got confused. Supposed to have a haircut Sunday in the World Cup, and then the haircut actually was Friday, and just threw off everything in my schedule. Just I got confused. Man. You can't blame me. When you're about to go on vacation, you lose track of the days. But I am super stoked. Like, we are very, very close to the season getting here, and we are. I'm getting going. I'm kind of. I don't know. I'm catching momentum, I should say. Like, I feel like I'm like getting rolling. Like, I'm ready to start doing a lot more recordings, a lot more drafts. Obviously, being a little sick, not ideal this week, but outside of that, I'm ready to do a lot of recordings. I'm ready to do as much content as I can, ready to keep on, bring some people on, hopefully bring my first my first actual like collab, maybe I'll see if I can find anyone that wants to join me. I feel like I've had some connections with some pretty cool people. Maybe I can get someone to join me on stream. That would be pretty badass. Yeah, Bucky's great here. Bucky at pick 58 on a team of 0 running backs. Super sick. And I know I'm going to get another receiver that I feel pretty comfortable with. So I'm feel pretty good about this start. And if I don't get a receiver, I could go Drake May. But I'm just going to hope I get Tate or Rome. Yeah, Tate would have been like my 101 option there. I would have loved to get him there, but I think I'm fine with Tyson, probably. Rome's also fine. BTJ is probably okay too. Let's do Brian Thomas. I feel like that's like another guy that I kind of have a leak in my game because I love Travis Hunter and I think he's got a lot of upside, but like play it a different, like you don't have to play it through Hunter every time. You can play it through Hunter a lot, and I'm going to, but play it through Brian Thomas. Maybe Brian Thomas is more of the player we saw his rookie year than last year. That seems possible. Is Parker Washington the same year we saw last year? I don't know. Or is it the one we saw the 5 years before that? I don't know. I would say probably more so the 5 years before that. And maybe Thomas is closer to his rookie year. They just haven't ever connected. They can hopefully have a better connection this year. Thomas had some drop issues during the season. There's a lot of stuff that went wrong, but there's a lot of stuff that went right his rookie year that could easily happen again. I mean, he was a back of the first round pick last year. Like, even if Hunter's a smash, there's a very reasonable outcome where Brian Thomas is also a big hit, or Tutin's also a big hit. And then in those scenarios where Hunter's a smash, I think there's a very strong chance that one of BTJ, Jacoby Myers, or Parker Washington are like massive busts. And maybe even two of them. So I think it's a massive leap for me just to say, like, okay, it's Hunter and no one else. Like, where it could be Hunter and Thomas, or it could be Hunter and Parker Washington, or it could be Thomas and Myers. Like, it could be any combo of those guys. Would be a very big leap to just not take any Thomas. I'm okay fading. Like, I'll fade Parker Washington and I'll fade Myers. Washington could probably bury me, so I'll take some. Don't feel like I can get buried by Myers in very many scenarios. Knock on wood there. But Washington could definitely bury me, but he could bury you in the other way where like he's just a horrible pick at ADP. Ends up being, just had a flash in the pan. Great end of the season last year, but that's it. Thomas reclaims his role, and we get Hunter true breakout. That's very live too. So I don't know. I just thought process there is just I'm not gonna sit here and not take Brian Thomas and just like avoid him every time I see him on that board, and I think that's probably right. I shouldn't do that. I should not do that. That'd be a massive mistake by me. Beautiful. We get Lemon there at 82. Fantastic. Fantastic. I mean, Corum's always my guy, right? Got a lot of Corum, Bucky. Chuba's pretty gross. Could go Harvey. I mean, Rico. Let's do Rico as option number 1 here. If I can't get Rico, I guess I could go Harvey or Corum again. Yeah, I want Rico here. Chuba. Oh my god. Oh my god. All right. Well, this room's gonna just gonna give me all these falling values, and I'm just gonna take all of them. All right, whatever. I'm gonna have a lot of Brooks. Give me a Chuba share at 87. Chuba could hold off the backfield all year. Very, very, very valuable or possible there. Yeah. Let's do that. On the clock here. This is a perfect range here. Give me Jordan Mason and Rachaad White. I'd be super stoked with that. If I can't, I'll do Murray. Probably. There's a lot of quarterbacks here that I kind of need. But I mean, I'll just figure it out if I need to. Jordan Mason does more for this team right now, I would say. Just getting me another running back. And I just have to figure out receiver or quarterback after that fact if I get Mason here. It's kind of tough because I think the quarterbacks helped me a lot here, but Mason also feels great here. We're gonna get the running back, and we're gonna figure it out at tight end or quarterback. We're gonna go go Malik Willis, Cam Ward. Give me a maybe we do go the 3 tight ends with McBride here, because I think we might have bought ourselves a luxury pick. It's hard to say. We might have bought ourselves a luxury pick for sure with just the way we built this team and the value we've grabbed so far. It feels great. I mean, I feel I could probably stop at 5 here, realistically. I could stop at 6 here, realistically. This is an interesting team. Super interesting. Like a 3-6-6-3 is not out of the realm of possibilities here. I think I kind of like it. I think that's what I want to do. What a fun team this is so far. We have Bucky, Chuba, Rashad White, Jordan Mason. We have Justin Jefferson, AJ Brown, Jalen Waddle, Brian Thomas, Mekhi Lemon, and Trey McBride on this team. Yeah, I mess with this team a lot. Wow. I'm getting everything I want on this team. This is insane. So now we got to figure out quarterback, really. I mean, it's simple as that at this point. Figure out quarterback. Don't drop the baby. I mean, I'll take unsacked quarterback if that's what it comes down to at this point. I don't want to be backed in that corner, but that's kind of where we're at now. We're gonna have to take some unstacked stuff and just make it work. Yeah, we'll see what we fall into though. Give me Malik Willis all day here. Awesome person to start with. Let's see what we can get coming back. All right, 13 picks away. I mean, it could be a 4. It could be a 4 quarterback build. I mean, we got 4. This could be the classic AZ card special 4-6-6-2. I mean, I'm willing to do it. Definitely willing to do it. I don't want to do it, but I'm willing to do it. I mean, we're pretty much. Brissett. Do not forget about Brissett. Brissett is sick for this team. Obviously, you can do the Watson shit. I mean, we got options. It's probably a 4 quarterback team, really. I mean, this is like I don't want to like ruin this team, and I think this is a 4 quarterback team at this point. I mean, I'm not really seeing any other way around it. People are not done taking quarterbacks. Unfortunately, I'm not going to get very many fun stacking partners, but I'm going to get something. Definitely, Brissett's a massive pick here on this type of team. Would go a long way to get him on this team. Luckily, he's a very late pick. Shakir 150 is crazy, bro. Wow. So we got a guy with 3, we got a guy with 2, we got another guy with 2. There goes Ward. I was kind of hoping he might come back. That would have been really nice, but not going to get Ward ultimately. We have Chuba. We could go Bryce Young. Rodgers doesn't really do me anything. I don't have any stacks really for him. I mean, I think it's probably like, let's go Bryce Young here. Go Bryce Young. Play for that outcome. Totally happy to go Dulcich here and stop at tight end. And then I think it's just Bucky, Chuba, Rashad White, Jordan Mason. That feels like if you had to project it out right now. I mean, it did feel like Aaron Jones for a little bit, but like if you had to project it out right this second, I wouldn't call you crazy to say like, hey, you have the 4 starters on those teams. If you had to project it right this second, I think Bucky clear starter, Chuba clear starter. The roles, I mean, I don't know, the roles might not be what you hope for, but clear starters at least. Let's get Dulcich now. Don't like having Malik Willis without Dulcich. We got that locked in. We're gonna miss out on like Bigsby maybe and stuff like that, but I'm not too concerned about that at this point. You can tell I'm very dialed here. I really like this team. I don't know how I want to finish it off. I think you could definitely do like something like you go Brissett and then just throw like one of Watson or Sanders. I would just pick Sanders because I don't really want to bet on Watson. And there's a world where he starts early, and I don't know. Sanders showed some nice stuff last year. We haven't seen anything good from Watson in the last like how many years? Like 5. I wouldn't be opposed to just taking Casey Concepcion and Sanders. Definitely in the realm of possibilities there. I think very clearly we're stopping at 6 receivers. There's really no reason to get another one. It's really just like build this team in a way that's getting the positions that are weak right now stronger. And that's kind of like priority number 1 at this right this second. Let me get my running back stronger. Let me get my quarterback stronger, and then we'll just figure it out after that. And I think we're gonna be able to accomplish that. Because receivers are fantastic right now. I mean, you could make the argument to grab one more, but I don't think it's necessary at all. But the way we spent our capital, I think stopping at 6 is sharp here. I think it's the right play. So running back. Algier I would have took. Once again, I get sniped on Algier. Let's go. Yeah, I mean, let's do Marshawn Lloyd again. I mean, I'll just keep taking him. Get him a 5th running back on this team. Oh, sweet Jesus. That was scary. Don't do it to me. Could get punished for this play. I don't think I will. I hope I don't, but okay, we did. So we get Brissett. Fantastic. That feels great. We get, and it's kind of worked out in a really good way because we layered on early buys. Not on purpose, it just kind of worked out that way, but like layering on early buys as Brissett, super good way to play because we get Brissett in probably 85% of the scenarios he gets through week 6. Probably 70% of the scenarios he gets through week 10. Probably 40, 60 he gets to week 14. You know, if he's not there, he's not playing week 14, sure, whatever, that's fine. If they want to go to Peck, McBride could still get there. That's totally fine. But at least at that point, we're through the Young and Malik Willis buys. And I just want to take the shot on Shooter, I think. I don't see a reason why not to. This is going to be a 4-6-6-2 build, and I don't feel bad about it at all. No, I don't feel bad at all. It's weird. It's kind of gross. It's kind of gross, but it's fine. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I would even argue it's fun. It's a fun team. I made a fun team, and it's 4-6-6-2, and it's a fun team. Can you believe that? We'll take Allen if available. Ray Davis is probably okay too. Just rip Kellen Black and have some fun, I guess. So, I mean, is a tight end better in this team? Like, a tight end is like a better pick. Like, who's going to contribute more points? Maybe this extra tight end more so than the extra running back. But I also kind of think that I kind of just say, like, fudge the extra tight end because I have McBride Dulcich, and I think that's fine. It's like I'm more likely to add points if I go the other route, but I kind of just want to go with a running back flyer. Bucky, Chuba, Rashad White, Mason, Lloyd, and then we just do another running back bullet. We get a rookie. I think that makes sense. Let's get Shadur Sanders, have some fun. Could also work out in a way where I end up like, hey, Brissett's done by week 11, but hey, now Shadur's starting week 12. Like, that's very viable and very, very fine. And when I'm starting my first quarterback at 130, it's something I don't do very often. And able to stack them up, and like maybe Bryce Young, I'd say probably isn't stacked. I mean, just Chuba, he counts, but I don't count that really. Being able to stack pretty much every quarterback I got all past 130 in a pretty cohesive way in a team that doesn't feel too disgusting as a 4-6-6-2 is the accomplishment in itself. So I'm pretty excited about that. I would say probably if like you could just make Kalen Black like a different player. Like I said, Otten's adding more points to this team, but Black is more likely to like be a person that, yeah, like better advanced rate piece Otten, winning the tournament piece Kalen Black. So I'm gonna do the winning tournament piece because I already have McBride. If Otten ended up being the better pick, McBride gets hurt early, and then like Otten Dulcich would have like carried me through. Oh well, I lose this team, but in a room that feels kind of like nuked for upside at running back, I like taking that bullet because Chuba doesn't feel like a super. Chuba feels like a kind of like okay, steady Eddie. Bucky could be a very bad pick, could be one of the best picks on the board where he's like 3 rounds undervalued. Rashad White could be undervalued, but not like a smash. Jordan Mason could be undervalued, but doesn't feel like a smash. Marshawn Lloyd could be a pretty big hit, could be nothing. So it doesn't feel like I took a bunch of big swings at running back. So taking that final swing at Kalen Black's fine with me. I like this team a lot. Blake Willis, Bryce Young, Jacoby Brissett, Shadur Sanders, Bucky Irving, Chuba, Rashad White, Jordan Mason, Marshawn Lloyd, Kalen Black. Got a lot of values to come back to me in a lot of these spots. Justin Jefferson, AJ Brown, Jalen Waddle, Brian Thomas, Lemon Fall, Concepcion Fall. Got 2 rookies there. Trey McBride, Dulcich. So we have, 3 rookies on the team? I like this a lot. I mess with this team. Probably one of my favorite teams I built all summer long. That's a fun one. All right. Let's do Best Ball Mania 61. And I don't have to watch the World Cup because that's not today. It's tomorrow. This is the 3rd place game that I don't really care about watching. I'll probably watch a little bit, though. So we'll watch some of the 3rd place game after this. I don't have to worry about running up against the World Cup. I can just finish this draft and then wrap up because it's just the 3rd place game. Could still be fun. Let's just see what the starters are. I'm kind of curious. Is there any under opportunities here? Yeah, they're just starting whoever, huh? Let's do a fun. Let's do a slip just for fun because I have the extra bonus funds to use. I'm just gonna use it on this game because this game could be a gross one. they're not starting the goalie either, so. So they're not starting in Dembele, huh? Interesting. Okay. Sure, let's just that for fun, whatever. All right. Still got 13 more bonus entries to use for that. That's fun. Did another degenerate World Cup bet. All right. We are one away from getting the next one here. Let's see who we get next. Who are we drafting next, guys? Are we going to get Gibbs share? PPR values are EV PPR drafting as 0.5. Yeah, I think that's yeah, I mean that's usually the right play is just kind of jump into those and then draft the ADP values as you can, because I feel like there's always inefficiencies in that market when the new stuff comes out. It's good. I've just been focusing my time on like the Eliminator and BBM right now, but if I was wanting to do other contests, I probably would jump into those. I'm just kind of locked in. Like I just want to max those two contests, and I'll do some side ones too, like some fun side contests. I'll definitely knock out and try to do as many of those as I can. But I'm really just dialed in to get these two going. We got the 108. Oh, man, why can't I get the 102 right there? Good Gibbs. I love that. All right, let's get JT. Not gonna have a lot of JT. Let's get another JT share. I'm not gonna have 0 Jonathan Taylor teams. I have like probably 2 right now. Let's get another one. And I didn't want to make. I mean, I just made a Jefferson team, so I didn't really want to rebuild another one. I kind of like to keep it fresh at least because I just made a team like that, so I'm gonna at least change it around a little bit. We're all 0% because I just don't have any of those combos. Let me see that. Let me see the ADPs in that one, Christopher. I'm just trying to think of like what are the main values in that? Like obviously receivers probably bump up a little bit. Pass catching running back bump up a ton for sure. I see H-hand moved up a little bit in that one, looks like. Chase Brown should definitely move up. CMC should probably be like a we're on the clock here. I think we play it like this because I love Bowers already this year. Let's play it like I was wrong about JT, but I got everything else right. Let's run JT Bowers. Start with at least. Genty feels like an awesome pick there. I mean, those lad types feel pretty good. Like the Neighbors, the Garrett Wilsons of the world. Okay. I'm wondering what the best values are in that. Some possession tight ends, probably very, very good. At the volume tight ends, I mean. So we have JT Bowers on this team. Combo, I have a lot of Bowers. I have little JT. Let's get JT and Bowers together. And I don't think JT is going to be bad this year. It's just like, it's not the type of year like I'm very interested in jumping in on the JT stuff. Just because he's really been, he was awesome last year by far. Like extremely fun to watch, extremely entertaining, extremely explosive. But that offense was like very potentially fluky. I think I still believe in kind of what they were doing, and I think if Daniel Jones stayed healthy, they make the playoffs. They're a good team. But that was pretty high efficiency for an offense, and I don't think that the Colts they've really earned that respect yet. Of like, oh, this team's going to be that good. I don't really see that as the reality right now, at least. I can definitely change pretty quickly, but and I could just eat my words immediately, but I really don't. I'm not confident in it, that's for sure. Definitely not confident in it. We have another Waddle team, maybe a Keaton Mitchell team would be fun here. Yeah, like give me Jarmer Love at 3-4, dude. Come on. Actually, running backs were too cheap last night. Volume wide receivers were undervalued, like Tet Waddle. Okay. Hey, I always love getting in those contests when they're not adjusted. Like the early Superflex lobbies were like the best. Like a couple years back, with the early Superflex where you could like get teams that just you had no business getting. It was very fun. So my only JT team is a Olave team, so we're definitely not doing that. How about Lad? I'm taking Higgins like 90% of the time there, but let's take Lad and do something weird on this one. Now we're live for another. We have the Chargers quarterback out. I actually wanted to take Keaton Mitchell, so maybe that kind of lines up something for me. So we have JT, Lad, and Bowers to start this team. What can we get coming back? Josh Jacobs. just double down on players I don't have a lot of. I suppose that's something that could happen. How much Puka do I have right now? Not enough. Definitely not enough. Let me make a note for more Puka too. Pretty sure I have a good amount of Ferguson now. 8% Ferguson is like plenty. Josh Allen goes with a 4-1 to raise it. 77. But I feel like I have a little second wind right now. I was feeling it the last couple times I streamed, but I feel great right now. Maybe we'll do another stream. Maybe we'll do another draft after this. Nah, probably not. But I do feel a lot better now. Let's do more Waddle. Yeah. Like Neighbors makes sense on a team that had more receiver value or more receiver firepower already. Not on this team. Okay. I like what I got so far. But I'm super happy I got to get a good amount of content out before I go on my trip on Monday. But yeah, I'm definitely happy to get a break and enjoy a good vacation family. But I'm also super motivated to get back and get back on the grind of doing these recordings again, trying to build this, continuing to try to build the stream up from the ground and really growing something special that I really enjoy. I feel proud of. So I do feel proud of like the small progress that we've made already, and I definitely want to continue doing that. I'm not giving up on it. It's like I said, there's not much to give up on because it's just mostly for fun. And when you're enjoying it, you just keep doing it. But I also think there's something to like what we're building slowly, and if there's a lot of good potential in it. Just does that ever happen? I would like it to. It doesn't have to. I would be okay if it didn't work out, but I would really be happy if it did. And I'm gonna try to put the effort in to make that a reality. At the very least, be something I could do like very part-time and maybe even more like commit more to it, do it part-time, and who knows, maybe more towards full-time at some point in my life, doing this kind of stuff and providing content. But if that's not on the table, sharing my adventures in it at a part-time level or a portion, a smaller level is also enjoyable too. Let's go Henderson. And yeah, let's do that. Let's really make a team. Like, this is a team that I make, not this is not a team that everyone else makes when they other people make a team like this. They're not building with the same players that I am, so I like that. Getting like all these stupid notifications. No, get that out of here. Okay, that's fine. Okay, cool. Tate at 65. Yes, please, I'll do that. Cool. Do I want to do one more after this? Probably not. This is good. I got good content, and I feel pretty good about this. We'll see. See. But now you can tell I got the itch, man. I'm enjoying it. I'm wanting to keep streaming. I'm wanting to keep it rolling. That's good. Took me a while to like I already had like the motivation, but like you just kind of have to start doing it again. Like, I didn't stream for a while, and I was kind of used to not doing that. Had some other stuff going on in my life I was busy with, and now that I'm back doing it again, I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of I guess craving it is probably the best word to describe it. Like, yeah, it's fun. Like, I like doing it. I like being able to look back at what I've done and how good I've done or how bad I've done or mistakes I made in this drafting, and even more fun after the fact. Like, when the season gets going, like, okay, I said this in July, and now we're in week 5, man, I was an idiot. Or man, that was so right. Or that was so, it's just, yeah, it's fun. Very fun. All right. Enough blabbering. Jaden Reed seems good here. Josh Downs seems good here. We got Corum. JT Henderson, Ladd, Waddle, Tate. I mean, both feel great there. Realistically, they both feel fine. Like a Kincaid Bowers is pretty fun, I think. Could definitely do worse than that. Be a fun Brooks team too, Jonathan Brooks team. I need more T-Law, man. I need to get more T-Law. I'm gonna write that down too. Like more T-Law, BTJ. It's like I have so much Tom. Oh God, I got sniped on Herbert. Why? What the fudge, man? Calm down. Everything's gonna be okay. Boy, that's annoying. Boy, that is very annoying. Why? For what reason did I just get sniped on Herbert there? Holy mackerel, man. That makes me mad. I was going along fine. Draft's going just going along just fine. And then I get sniped for no reason. Absolutely no reason. Wow, that's crazy. Harvey, Rico, Corum, I love. Young guy's fine. Worthy's fine. Purdy's great. Man, that sucks so bad, dude. You're joking me. Must be nice to be able to get the quarterback stacked when. Must be nice to get your quarterback stacked when just get absolutely reamed. Let's get Josh Downs. Love Josh Downs and Jaden Reed. Get them both on this team with JT. That's fun. Oh, that's so tilting, man. And there's like tons of running backs I like too, but I'm good. I'll be right. What is that? That does make me upset. So we do Cam Moore too. Been watching quarterback lately. That's been fun. Me and my girlfriend's been enjoying that. Always like the quarterback series. It's very, very cool just to have the like. It's very normie but very fun. Very good show. Very quality content. Hope to see more of the guys I like. Did they do Jefferson one year? I don't know. I think they did. They need to do it again. Oh, it was because it was receiver. Yeah, I messed with that. Maybe they didn't do Jefferson. Yeah, JJ Adams, Kittle, Debo, and Monroe. That was sick. That was sick. That was fun. So really at this point, it's like figure out quarterback, but I have tons of options right now. Green Bay, Indy, Tennessee, Raiders, tons of options. I mean, it's definitely go another 3 quarterback build and maybe grab Mendoza. I think seems pretty strong. See what's available. Yeah, all day. All day. Give me Brooks on this team. Guy I already like taking a lot. Seems good. Getting a FaceTime video. It's probably family, but I think I can call in a second. I think that's just my little niece and nephew. I will call them back after this. I'm about to be done. So. Let's make sure everything's okay. Jordan Mason goes. Bo Nix available. We'll take Bo Nix. Okay. Yeah, I think I'll be good. I'll call them in a little bit. Just want to make sure everything was okay. It was a FaceTime, so I'm sure it was just a fun little call. I will call back after this, and I will. So yeah, I'll be bouncing after this. No bonus trap. We got 4 in. We got 2 eliminators, 2 BBMs. I think we probably got like 7 or 8 BBMs on stream today. Not today. This week. Probably like 7 or 8 eliminators. Also, that's a darn good week in my book. Change the song up. I have a rule. I only do 1 or 2 drafts. At the top prize is 10K if I do any at all. Yeah, that's kind of. I mean, it's like don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, yeah, 10,000. I would not care about. Like, I'd be sick. I'd be so happy about it. But like, yeah, that's kind of how I feel too. Is like my time spent doing drafts. I want to like chase the the big contest. And if I'm not chasing a big one, I'd rather chase like a low entry type of contest with like 3 entry max, $10, $30K to first, something like that. Like that's my sweet spot. I love that. Or like a 50 entry or $50 entry, 2 max, 40K to first. Like that. I'm all for that. I'll do that all day. Well, not all day, but I will max a lot of those if they come out with stuff like that. So yeah, like the Pitbull was like one of my favorites. I did the Pitbull, max that. That's a good one. $20, 10 max, $200 to max the tournament. I think it's like 100K to first. That's a sick one. That is a sick one. All right. I guess it's Cam Ward time, huh? Did Kincaid snipe? I did want Kincaid. That was kind of an interesting one for me. I'm not really seeing anything jumping off to me, so I will just take Cam Ward here. I take a lot more Willis than Cam Ward. Don't mind taking Cam Ward here instead of going Willis every time. And then Helm is definitely in the realm of possibilities. Had to say that on purpose. What tight end do we like? We obviously could go with T-Ferg. We could go with tons of Like, can I see the combos of this? Because I'd like to see it. Can I don't have that. 0% with tight end 1. That's not right. That's not right. There's not. Or is it? That's hard to believe I don't have a Bowers Dulcich team in BBM. That just doesn't. I'm gonna bet that because that just doesn't seem That didn't seem correct. I'm gonna vet it real quick. All right, tight end. Okay, we're three quarterback build. We're gonna get Mendoza, so that'll be my third quarterback. Be a fun team to get someone like an Algier. Get a Keaton Mitchell team. Need to make sure I get Keaton Mitchell teams. I don't have enough of that. Let's get Keaton Mitchell on this team. Hold on, let me mute so I don't hear my keyboard slam. Yeah, no Bowers Dulcich. Just figure that out. No Bowers Dulcich. That is shocking to me that I have no Bowers Dulcich. That makes that like I don't. What? Where was I drafting Bowers Dulcich where I feel like I have a shit ton of that? I don't understand. I have to have it somewhere. Like let's look around. Okay, look at all tournaments. Bowers Dulcich. Where are they at? Where do they exist? And why do I feel like I had more of it? Bowers Dulcich. 3 in the Eliminator. They're all in the Eliminator. See, that's what I'm saying. Like that is the type of stuff that just makes that grinds my gears. That is actually insane that I do not have any Bowers Dulcich. Like that is crazy to me. I have Helm Dulcich or Helm Bowers, but like, yeah, that's crazy. Like, there's two of my favorite picks on the board. I have no combos of teams with them two. That is like, it truly is shocking when those things happen. Like, it's such a wake up call in a weird way. Let's get Algier. Been wanting to get a little more Algier. So we have like, so it's like 3 guys I don't have a lot of: JT, Keaton, Algier, and then 2 guys I have a ton of with Henderson, Brooks. And then we need to figure out receiver. I might get sniped on Mendoza too if I take Dulcich here. I'm willing to play that game. I'm going to play that game and find out, I guess. I guess we could figure it out after that, but hopefully we don't have to worry about it. Hopefully we just get Mendoza, because that made me mad. I'd rather lose trying to win more, just my approach to it. Yeah. I mean, I would say, like, if you'd be happy with the outcome, then just do the draft. But, like, yeah, I'd be happy with 5K, but, like, I don't want to do 25K drafts. Like, it's good. Like, I'll do it, but since there's other options available to me, I'm not really interested in doing those drafts, because I just like feel like there's more upside available where I can do something it's really the fact of the matter is, like, I could do small contests in a lot of different ways that have massive prize pools, and I just want to do those instead. Yeah, nothing wrong. I'm not gonna ever say if you don't want to do a 10K tournament, like, just go right ahead. You should. Those things are awesome, and I've one of the only things I've taken down on Underdog was I think it was like 2K to first, because it like opened up super late and there was massive overlay, and I just won that and got 2K, won the whole Bestball tournament. I was pretty happy about that. That paid for my whole year because I didn't do a lot of volume. So maybe it was like 3K to, I don't know the amount. I have to look. I do the same. Some combos I know I went off on, but then I look and it's the field check. Yeah, exactly. That's tilting. So yeah, I'm glad I checked, because I want this combo in my portfolio, and I'm not. If I'm gonna feel like I have a bunch of it and I don't, that's not okay. So we're gonna rectify that, and we did, and we're gonna continue to rectify that because that won't be the last share of those two we have together. So, anyways, a lot of correlation on this team. I mess with it. Now we just gotta hope we don't get sniped here, because that would really take the wind out of my sails in this team. Because I feel pretty good about the team otherwise, but that will really make me. Will take the winds right out of my sails immediately if I get sniped on this. There's no reason for either of you guys to do this shit to me. Neither of you have any reason to do it. Okay. Whew. Woo-wee. Beautiful. Get Mendoza on this team. Fantastic. We get late buys, which is actually, I don't know if that's good or bad. Probably better to have late buys with him, because if you have early buys with Mendoza, then you just sit there, like week 5 comes around and you have a Mendoza's not starting yet. He's backup. Hopefully by week 9 or 10, he might be starting by then and should work out in a big way. All right, so probably just receiver. End this with 3 receivers and call it good. JT, Henderson, Brooks, Keaton, Algier, running back. Ladd, Waddle, Tate, Reed, Downs at receiver. Yeah, I think this is just straight receiver. Just rip it in on some receivers I want to take more of. Get another null share. I like Chris Brazell here quite a bit. Torrey Horton I like a ton. I love Torrey Horton personally. Maybe Shaheed is just the better bet, because Shaheed might just be Horton but better. More capital brought in, but I don't know. He was good, and I just feel like they should do some more. Like Washington just sitting there staring at me. I mean, I will be a buyer in some capacity of that team, but it's not going to be now. Let's get Pat Bryant. Like, I will buy into that team and get more exposure to it, but it's not going to be now. Maybe I should have took Ridley there and got my first Ridley share. But I don't want to, so I think I'm going to do that. I don't think I'm going to do Ridley there. I'm willing to do it, but I don't think it's necessary on this team. But I am trying to catch up at receiver, so maybe I do. Maybe that's the perfect team to take Ridley on. It's like in my head, there's a time. Oh, you know, there's a time where I'll need Ridley, and it's like it's not gonna be this time. It's not gonna be next time. It's not gonna be this time. And it's just continuously my thought process every time. I'm like, yeah, I'll take Ridley on a different, team build. Not this one. It doesn't really fit. It just never fits. Keyshawn Booty. We have a fun little Denver thing. Like the Bo Nix plus Waddle. Like anything with Henderson just feels so fun, because you just like, okay, Waddle scores a big touchdown, and then Henderson scores a big touchdown. Like that just feels so clean to me of an outcome that can happen. They're struggling to get through the Denver's defense, and then boom, Henderson busts off a 70-yard touchdown, and you're in business. Let's go Noel here. Don't have much of him. Gonna take some stabs on him. Gonna have more Dell for sure. Gonna play it through Dell more, but still don't want to have 0 Noel. So did change my tune on that a little bit, but I also I changed my tune on that a little bit, but I also have been listening to what's happening, and it's not like that Dell's having bad news, but more so Noel getting good reports And yeah, trying to find those opportunities where, like, if this is like a 50-50 or a 40-60 or a 30-70, let's try to like have my ownership reflect that and not have my ownership like over reflect like a confidence that shouldn't really be there. You know, like I don't know what the hell's going on with Tank Dell. I'd like to think he's fine and he's going to be healthy, but like, I don't know. I certainly do not know. So I hope he's fine. I hope he's going to play a lot. Hope he's going to play a good amount later in the season. But I don't. Your guess is as good as mine. I don't know shit about it. So that's when I'm kind of thinking like, hey, I need to be smart about this and take a little bit of the other guy. Like if I want to be, 5-1 on him, I will. And that's probably where I'll be. I have 20% Dell right now. I think in a perfect world, I'm probably like 15% Dell, 5% Null. And I'm okay with that. If that bites me, it bites me. Horton, Surratt, or let's go Surratt. I mean, I think I don't need to go another like Surratt or Horton feel like pretty similar bets. Horton did show last year, but like they feel like they're both similar like outcomes. Like this guy could be wide receiver 4, never touch the field, or this guy's a wide receiver 2 or 3. Well, in Surratt, he could be the wide receiver 2, and Horton, he could be wide receiver 3 at best, and probably a worse offense. So Surratt's probably just a better pick in general. But a lot more people in the mix there for the Surratt. With like Surratt, Walker, Bateman, Lane is a lot of cooks in the kitchen there. Got crazy with Moody's my last receiver. I see Neighbors being gone or slow for at least 6. See him at the de facto number 1 target at least. Last pick with pitch volume feels like a solid 4 play. Yeah, I don't ever. Well, in this case, I might have needed it, but like I rarely find myself needing a floor play late at receiver. But I have taken some Mooney, and that's when I take him, and I rarely need it. I feel like I need it, but that's probably just the way I play the game. I just never feel like I need it, but maybe I do. But yeah, I think he serves a good purpose. One of those players that could just be like I think he could easily be like a good double. You hits your lineup plenty. He's like if we've redrafted like. There's a difference between like if you redrafted right after this, like if you redrafted after knowing the results immediately, their ADP would be different as if you redrafted the next year, because like redrafting the next year, those players like kind of don't necessarily move. Like, Henry has a smash year, but he moves down because he's older. Like that's the kind of stuff I'm thinking of with like a guy like Mooney. Like he could have an amazing year and still probably move up like 3 rounds. So really the value you get is like, how much better than your 17th round pick was he? Oh, he was like a 10th round value. Like, okay, that's I'd take that every day of the week. Give me that 17th round pick, returning a 10th round value. Give me all of that. So that is interesting concepts. Like this player could have a year that should put them in the top 5, but they actually are top 20 because they're old or whatever. Like it's very interesting from a season long perspective. It is kind of interesting. But when you think of when late upside is so important, it does make sense that some of the older guys would get a little bit of a dink, but probably not. It's probably not baked in correctly for all these players, which is why Henry just seemed like a value every year, and I've just been fading it over and over again. I'll have some this year. I'll probably be closer to 8%, so I don't get just dusted again in week 17. But I mean, it worked out okay last year until the end when it really mattered. So it didn't work out, but he wasn't nuking every slate and just throwing us into the river like he did that last or 2 years ago. But he did bury the shit out of us, of the people that didn't take a lot of Henry in week 17, which is unfortunate, but at least I still was able to have a couple of good finishes with like Bijan. Bijan got close to matching him, so that was cool at least. But imagine those Bijan Henry teams just automatically just nuking the top of the leaderboard. One thing that hurt my teams is taking total zeros, hoping that the lottery receivers like the 4 play could have helped me get in the playoffs so many more times. Yeah, that probably is an undervalued piece of the puzzle. Because Good point there. Play for a lot now for Paris this year at class wide receiver. Yeah, I think that makes some sense. Get a little bit of safety there at the end. I'm still dart throwing the shit out of stuff, and it's probably gonna bite me in the ass in some cases, but yeah. That's a good point you made there, though. I'll have to kind of think about that a little bit more and try to implement a bit. I have sometimes, sometimes I'll take the Cooper Cup type, but rarely. So I do it sometimes. It's just not much, and I think I'm okay with that. Take those like more safe floor guys rarely, but I'll take it, and then take the ceiling shots a lot at receiver, especially when I go heavy. Heavy early, and I can get a couple like dart throws late. All right. Here's the team. Second BBM of the day. Bo Nix, Cam Ward, Fernando Mendoza, JT Henderson, Brooks, Keith Mitchell, Tyler Algier, Lad McConkey, Jalen Waddle, Carnell Tate, Jaden Reed, Josh Downs, Pat Bryant, Jalen Noel, Elijah Surratt, Brock Bowers, Dulcich. A combo I thought I had a lot of. I actually didn't, and I rectified that today. Get my first BBM with Bowers and Dulcich. Fun team. I kind of like this one. I like both the teams I made in BBM. I had a weird 4 quarterback build, and then I had this build that was actually not that weird, but weird because I took JT, who I don't have a lot of. That kind of made my build a little different, but happy with it. Anyways, that was a lot of fun, guys. I appreciate people hanging out. I had a lot of people drop in today and show some love and just drop in and say hi. I greatly appreciate that. Even if you come by and just say hello, I always appreciate it. I notice, I appreciate it. I always look out for people, and I always look to give love back to them if I can, or just just appreciate it. I always appreciate it. So GAB, thanks for hanging out. Air, thanks for hanging out. Aloha to you as well. Thanks for coming by earlier. Christopher, of course, my guy. Thanks for being here as well. And yeah, it'll be about a week of vacation for me, so we'll be back sometime towards the end of the month. So I mean, I don't know, just say maybe, oh good lord, what has happened? Oops. I mean, like maybe the 29th or something like that. I'll be back 28th, 29th, 30th, something like that. So just a little over a week, and I'll be back in the saddle, hanging out, talking ball, having a good time. So super excited for this trip. Very looking forward to it, and hope you guys have some time for vacation and relaxing or whatever it may be, whether you're going to somewhere or you're just relaxing at home or you're relaxing at your apartment or with family, whatever it is. Hopefully you guys get to do that as much as you can. It's very important to rest when you can. I know everyone's grinding. I'm doing the same. A lot to work for, a lot to work towards. I'm right there in the same boat, but hopefully you guys get to relax, have a good vacation, and chill here and there. So yeah, back just before camp start. Oh, fantastic. Cannot wait. I'm excited to get back to the grind. I've been enjoying the streams over the last couple weeks. I'm excited to get back into it. And yeah, we're gonna hit the ground running when we get back and do a lot more recordings, a lot more drafts. Gonna maybe can't commit to a collab yet. I haven't really asked anyone yet, but I will be doing some recordings with some in real life friends or some friends from the internet and stuff like that. And then we'll see if we can get some collabs going with some other awesome creators and people in the space. So can't commit to that yet, but I am strongly considering actually reaching out to some people, because I do feel like we have a little more offer now. You know, we had some nice takedowns. We had a nice takedown last year and a BR, another nice finish. You know, we have some stuff to offer. I think we're going in the right direction, and I appreciate you guys helping that be possible. But a lot of work to do, a lot of improvement to do. Where, you know, we got 500 sub goal down the road, and we're at 100, so we have work to do, and I'm gonna commit to that and try to keep working at it. So, anyways, that was a lot of fun. Thanks for hanging out. We did 2 Eliminators, 2 BBMs, had a great time. Enjoy the World Cup tomorrow. Enjoy the 3rd place game if you're watching that. Enjoy the golf if you're watching that. Whatever you're up to, appreciate you guys hanging out. Have a good rest of your night, and I'll see you guys here soon. Take care, and as always, find value in everything you do. Later, guys.